Best 5K Monitor 2023. 5K and 8K monitors have finally hit the shelves, so it's time for some of us to upgrade and future-proof our setup. That isn't to say, of course, 4K's on its way out. For more information, I have links, products in description. Make sure you check it out. Like the video, comment, don't forget to subscribe. Let's get started. Number 1. Philips 499P9H 49-inch Super Wide Curved Monitor. The impressive Philips 499P9H is one of the more feature-packed ultra-wide monitors available today. Its VA panel is 8-bit, rather than IPS and 10-bit, and only supports the display HDR400 standard, so while it looks fine to the untrained eye, it's less suited to professional photo and video editing work compared to its rivals. That's where our gripes end. This mammoth monitor features plenty of connectivity options, including a USB Type-C interface for hooking up a MacBook or other machine. It goes further than rivals by including a pop-up webcam with Windows Hello support for snappy Face ID login. The icing on the cake is its adaptive sync support, which makes it suitable for light gaming at 60 fps if you have a capable AMD graphics card. Availability of Philips' new Mega screen is currently limited, but we'd expect the US price of around $1,100, while the UK RP is $989, around $1,500. The very first retail examples are being offered for substantially higher prices, but we expect the price to settle near the officially recommended level soon. That puts it very much in the same ballpark as the similar but low-resolution Samsung C49JD9. Check out the LG 49WL95C. Opens in new tab. Another 49-inch monitor. Number 2. Apple Studio Display. The Apple Studio Display is a monitor designed for creative professionals, specifically those already invested in the Apple ecosystem. It also features a P3 wide color gamut and 600 nits of brightness. The monitor has a sleek design and is available with a tilt-adjustable stand or a VS mount adapter. However, the stand does not have height adjustability unless you pay an additional $400. However, this feature can be turned off for professionals who require high color accuracy. The screen is reflective, but upgrading to the nano texture screen can minimize reflections. The Apple Studio Display is expensive, starting at $1,599, and may not be suitable for those outside its target market of creative professionals. Number 3. LG 49WL95CW 49-inch. This 49-inch is a new breed of ultra-wide monitor pitched at productivity diehards looking to replace their multi-monitor setup. It sports a roomy 5K resolution that gives you the equivalent of two 2560x1440 displays, making anything from design work to word processing and watching videos more practical and enjoyable in the absence of bezels. Its plentiful connectivity options include two bottom-facing HDMI ports, alongside DisplayPort, two USB 3.0, and a USB-C port that carries power and video, making the LG a good fit for owners of modern MacBooks. Handily, two more USB 3 ports and an audio jack can be found on the monitor's right-hand side. While it has decent sRGB coverage, it lacks the superior DCI support of its rivals. The full 49-inch diagonal of the curved LCD panel is impressive enough on its own, but it's the 32:9 aspect ratio that makes this monitor so incredibly eye-popping. It's just so wide. Stunning. The LG 49WL95C most certainly is, therefore, but does that actually make for a usable, practical and enjoyable display? Given the $1,496, piece on $1,160, Aqua $1,085 price tag, it had better. It's also worth noting that the LG 49WL95C is not alone in the market. The Philips Brilliance 499P9H, for instance, matches it in most significant regards and undercuts it substantially on price. Number 4. Dell UltraSharp UP3218K. 2 years after first clocking eyes on it, we're still salivating over the first 8K monitor to hit the shelves. The monitor is adequately bright, features stellar build quality, it's surprisingly heavy, and its color reproduction is the best in the business. If you absolutely must have the sharpest screen that money can buy, this is it, but beware that it requires two display ports to run, so pairing it with a beefy GPU is a must. The Dell UP3218K UltraSharp 8K monitor is an incredibly impressive monitor, and while it definitely won't be for everyone, in some ways it feels like it's giving us a sneak peek at the future. Its biggest selling point by far is the huge 8K resolution, which equates to 7680 x 4320 pixels. That's a massive leap in resolution for most of us, who are just about considering the upgrade to 4K 3840x2160 and are currently using 1008x, 1920x1200 or 1440x 2560x 1440 displays. So is an upgrade to 8K desirable for most people? Straight off the bat, we should say that this monitor, and any other 8K monitor out there, although there aren't many, probably isn't aimed at you unless you're a professional photographer, video editor, or graphics artist. Number 5. Dell UltraSharp 49-inch U4919DW. Dell's ultra-wide monitor is the most business-like in design and function on our list. Its stand is chunkier than the LG 49WL95Ws and features a circular cable-tied hole for added convenience. This model places its two USB downstream ports along its bottom edge rather than around the side, and it also features a USB Type-C port that's alongside two upstream regular USB ports used for hooking up to PC and using them with a single keyboard and mouse, courtesy of KVM. Dell's Display Manager software makes it easy to better utilize that massive display by managing up to 6 windows simultaneously. From the abundance of available input channels, Thunderbolt 3 and RJ45 ports, and support for 2 separate PC inputs, this workstation display can let you do everything from monitoring IT infrastructure and markets to building apps. The 39.7-inch display itself is gorgeous, sporting a maximum resolution of 5120x2160 on a 2500R curved panel. The bezels are thicker than we'd like, but aren't obnoxious, and the color quality is outstanding. With a response rate of 8 ms, boostable to 5 ms in fast mode and a refresh rate of 60 Hz, this is not a great monitor for gaming, so gamers should look elsewhere. Number 6. LG 27ND5KB Ultrafine 27-inch. The closest thing to an official Apple monitor until the Cupertino Company's 6K Pro Display XDR comes out. This 5K monitor is a thing of beauty, and not just because of how bright it can go. It comes equipped with an IPS panel and covers 99% of the DCI-P3 gamut, making it an ideal choice for photographers or video editors seeking the best color accuracy. It uses a single USB-C port to transfer video and data at the same time, which makes for a tidy setup. On the flip side, its port selection is limited to 3 Thunderbolt 3 USB-C ports located around the back, so get your dongles at the ready. Number 7. Samsung CR9 144s. Professionals can be gamers too, which is why the CR9 may be an enticing option. Its 5K display, flaunting quantum dot, QLED tech in 1.7 billion colors, is gorgeous, and the monitor also sports VS a display HDR 1000 tech backed up by 1000 nits of pure room illuminating brightness. For gamers, adding adaptive sync tech will smoothen out frame rates up to the panel's 144 Hz refresh rate. You'll need a beefy GPU to make the most of this enticing ultra-wide. Oh, deep pockets will be required. This is one expensive monitor. Sometimes we get a chance to mess around with the most absolutely wild products on the market, and we think the Samsung CR9 qualifies. This is a bonkers 49-inch monitor with a 5120x1440 resolution and HDR 1000. It's also incredibly expensive,